For a number of years, there's been a widespread recognition that the mission field is no longer just somewhere over there, but increasingly is right here in our own backyard as well. That's true not only because of the tremendous influx of foreign nationals from all over the world who have moved into the United States in recent years, many of them from unreached areas and unreached people groups around the world, but it's also true because of the changing nature of our own culture here in America. We often speak about the fact that America is increasingly a post-Christian society. And in that context, you may have even heard people talk about the rise of neo-paganism, whatever that is, in the Western world. Well, I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to imagine that sophisticated Westerners in the 21st century would find any appeal in the return to the old paganism. Well, last week something happened in our family that made all of this hit home in a very profound and personal way. And amazingly, it happened to one of our grandsons, Matthew. Matty, as we call him, will turn 6 this month. He's currently in kindergarten, a little bit too young to be encountering neo-paganism, or so you would think. Well, as it turned out, Matty was riding the bus to school one day last week when the little friend to whom he was next to whom he was sitting looked at him and said, "Matty, we have a book of spells at my house, and that book of spells says that when Jesus died, he stayed dead." Now, the fact that my kindergarten-age grandson would be having a conversation with a friend on the bus to kindergarten about a book of spells absolutely boggles my mind. But on top of that, for Matty's friend to deny the resurrection of Jesus, well, that's just not a conversation that my 5-year-old grandson is supposed to have on the bus on his way to kindergarten. Well, happily, Matty's parents, our daughter and son-in-law, have raised 3 missionary kids. Notice I didn't say missionaries' kids. They're not just the sons of missionaries. They're missionaries in their own right. Matty and his brothers have come to know and love Jesus from a very early age. And even at the age of 5, Matty knows what we believe as followers of Jesus. So when Matty's friend told him that his book of spells said that when Jesus died, he stayed dead, Matty looked at him and said, "That's not true. When Jesus died and was buried, he didn't stay dead. He came back to life, and he's with us today." Matty, of course, was right. Jesus is alive and is with us today. And as we look to Good Friday and Easter in just a few weeks, that resounding affirmation is the rock-bottom foundation of our faith. So where do you encounter the mission field? Friends, it's no longer just when you get on an airplane on your short-term trip this summer. It may be in the life of your grandkids on the bus to kindergarten. May God help us, like Matty, to always be ready to give an answer for the hope that lies within us.